Welcome to Vision Plus and welcome back to this Senior for Mathematics. We are looking at how we can find the equation of a circle when we are given the endpoints of the diameter of a circle. Example 2 says that we are given 3 pair of points. Part A, we are given the endpoints of the diameter of a circle as -8, 2, -8, -2, and 4, 6. So for us to easily visualize it, we sketch a circle. These 2 points are the endpoints of the diameter. So you divide the circle into 2 to get the diameter, and then you put these 2 points at the ends. So on this side, I'll put -8 and -2. Then on this point, I'll put 4 and 6. And in the middle of these 2 points, exactly in the middle, is where we have the center of the circle given by A, B. So for us to find the center, we need to get the midpoint of the endpoints of the diameter. And the midpoint is given by x1 plus x2 out of 2. This is the midpoint on the x-axis. And then comma y1 plus y2 over 2 to get the midpoint on the y-axis. Then you come and name these points. You can call this x1, this one y1, x2, y2, or the opposite is true. So we come and substitute for these points in the formula. x1 is -8. Please carry the signs. -8 plus x2 is 4, and then divide by 2, comma. y1 is -2 plus y2 is 6, and then we divide by 2. And then you add and divide by 2. I'm getting -2 in this case, and I'm getting 2 in the second case. Use the calculator to guide you. -8 plus 4 divide by 2, -2. -2 plus 6 divide by 2 is 2. So this is the center. So these are the coordinates of the center, -2 and 2. Now for us to find the radius, I'm going to use the coordinates of the center here, which is the midpoint M, and then the point 4, 6. This here gives us the radius. So for the radius, I'm going to use the points, the coordinates of the center, -2, 2, and the other point on the circumference, I'm using 4 and 6. So I'm going to call this x1, y1, x2, y2. Then we substitute, because you know that radius is given by the square root of x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. Then we substitute for these values. What is x2? x2 is 4 minus x1 is -2 squared plus y2 is 6 minus y1 is 2 squared. So you press the calculator and say, therefore, my radius equals to, this is going to be 4 minus -2 squared, that is 6 plus 6 minus 2 squared. I'm getting root of 52 as the value of the radius. When you come and prove, x2 is 4 minus -1, 4 minus -1 squared plus 6 minus 2 squared, 36 plus 16, yes. So that is the radius. After getting the radius, then you use the coordinate of the center and the radius to find the equation. So I'm going to find the equation in the factorized form. That is what I've chosen. It's quicker and easier, and we don't make errors. So we substitute for a, x minus a. What is a? A is -2. That means it becomes here plus 2 squared plus y minus b. B is positive 2, so minus 2 squared equals to r squared gives us here 52. So this is the equation that we are looking for in part A, and that is the solution to part A. Part B, we shall use the same approach. We have the points. Which are the endpoints? We must keep that in mind. 1, 7 and 13, negative 5. 13, negative 5. What do you do here? You sketch the circle. So assuming this is your circle, and then you draw the diameter of the circle in any way you want. In this case, then you draw my diameter in this manner. Divide the circle into half. This is the center. Then I'm going to choose to put 1, 7 here. I will choose to put 13, negative 5 here. These are the endpoints. At the center, I have the coordinate of the center AB. This is the midpoint of the diameter. So for us to get the coordinates of the center, we simply need to get the midpoint. So we know that the midpoint M is given by x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma, y1 plus y2 divide this 2 by 2. This gives us a substitute. Come and name them, calling this x1, y1, x2, y2. After that, I substitute x1 is 1 plus x2 is 13 out of 2, comma, y1 is 7 plus y2 negative 5 out of 2. Then we play the calculator. Here I'm getting 7 and 1. 7 plus negative 5 divided by 2 is 1. So this is the center. So the center is at 7, 1. 7, 1. Those are the coordinates of the center in that manner. So after getting the coordinates of the center, then we look for the radius. Now the radius is the distance from the center to any one point on the circumference. So I'm going to use, to get the radius, I'm going to use the center, 7, 1, and any other points, either this or that. I'm going to use 1 and 7. We shall get the same answers. So, and then you come and say now, radius is given by the formula. But in this case, to save our time and space, I'm not going to put the formula. I will just substitute for the values. So you come and name them. So this is my x1, y1, x2, and then 7 is y2. So we'll open the bracket. X2 is 1 minus x1 is 7 squared plus y2 is 7 minus y1 is 1 squared. Then you play the calculator. X1, x2, 1 minus 7. So 1 minus 7, 1 minus 7 squared plus 7 minus 1 squared. I'm getting root of 72. Root of 72 units as the radius. Please go on and write the formula, but I'm not going to be writing the formula again. It's taking up our space. And in mathematics, we do not mark formulas, but we give marks for correct substitution. So this is where you would actually start earning marks. So after getting the radius, we say now therefore the equation is given in the form. This is the factorized form equals to r squared. Then we substitute x minus a. Remember, these are the coordinates of the center. 7 squared plus y minus b is 1 squared equals to 72. And this is the equation in part B. And you can even try out part C. But to save time, let me go to part C straight away. That is points. The given points are a half, negative 3, and the other endpoint is 9 out of 2 and 5. Scale the circle in the way you want. And then you put the endpoints of the diameter. Let me put them in this manner. This is the center. I'm going to put this point here. A half, and negative 3 there. 9 out of 2 and 5 here. this point and that point. And then the center has A and B, which we don't know, which we are calling the midpoint. And you know the formula of the midpoint is here. I'm not going to quote it again, so I'll just substitute. So the midpoint becomes, you come and name midpoint x1, y1, x2, y2. That means here we need to add x1 plus x2. That means we shall have 9 out of 2 plus 1 out of 2, but we are dividing them by 2 in the formula, comma, y1 is 5 plus y2 is -3, but we are dividing it by 2. Then we play the calculator. 9 divided by 2 is 4.5 plus 0.5 divided by 2. So for this point I'm getting 5 out of 2, comma, 5 plus -3 divided by 2, and then this point I'm getting 1. So these are the coordinates of the center. You can even write it in decimal if it is not recurring. So after getting the coordinates of the center, now we are done with the radius. And for the radius, we choose, to make the work easier, choose the coordinates of the center and any other point. So the coordinates of the center are 5 out of 2, 1, and any other point, either this or that. Let me choose 9 out of 2. 9 out of 2 and 5. So from here, you know that the formula for getting the distance between 2 points is the square root of, where is the formula? It is here, which I'm not going to quote again to save our time. So it is given by x2. So you come and name these points x1, y1, x2, y2, and then you substitute. So what do we need to do here? We need to x2, which is 9 out of 2, which is 4.5. Okay, 9 out of 2 minus 5 out of 2 squared plus y2 is 5 minus 1 squared. What is 9 divided by 2 is 4.5 minus 2.5 squared. I'm getting 4. 4 plus 5 minus 1 squared. So I'm getting here root of 20 as root of 20 units. So after getting root of 20 units, that is the radius, then we use the center and the radius to find the equation given by x minus a squared plus y minus b squared equals to ri squared. So we shall have the center is 5 out of 2 and 1. We shall have the x minus 5 out of 2 squared plus y minus 1 squared equals to 20. That is r squared. So